Voltron Network.
Alright guys, welcome back to another... Fuck, what was this podcast? Shit, I'm getting mixed up with this fucking podcast. This is WrestlingRuckus. That's it, yeah, do that again, fuck that. What's good guys, welcome back to another I'm doing too many podcasts, man, that's why. Another WrestlingRuckus, I'm Ederiece.
Alright, as well. Do you remember who that is, Ederiece? Remember me?
Yeah, I vaguely can remember, yeah, I can just remember. So, Hell in a Cell review. Yeah. We have to talk about this shit. So, first impressions. How was it overall for you?
It started off good, and then it just, by the time the main event, it's just the usual, you know? Like, the main event kind of killed it for me. But overall, I thought it was a decent show. I felt they stepped it up. The match ordering, that's questionable. But overall, I can't really complain apart from somewhat of the main event. But we'll get into that when we talk about that. How about yourself?
Yeah, I think overall, it was pretty good overall. But yeah, until the last fucking match where it was just pure fuckeries. But yeah, we'll get to that. But overall, this is probably the strongest main roster pay-per-view this year.
I felt like I felt like somebody was watching All In.
Oh, I was about to say that, man. Like, we gotta fucking get our shit together.
Well, actually, before we get into our review, I just wanna say something quick. I was, just tweeting around, looking on the site, tweet. Anywho, I've noticed that there was a lot of fan signs that were confiscated yesterday, and one I'll talk about that specific match, and another one, someone actually trolled for All In. They said I had no seats for All In, so I had to had to come to this event. That shout out to that fan, man. I swear that was dope. I saw that. That was dope, man.
That's
fucking that got confiscated.
That's bullshit, man. I heard about that. I didn't hear that one. I heard about people confiscating Charlotte Flair, anti-Charlotte Flair signs.
Yeah, which is what I actually wanted to wait for when we got into the match, but as we might as well just say it.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
But
it's cool.
We'll go in order. So we got the kickoff, which was, I was surprised this was a kickoff because this was a fun match. Did you see this?
If you saw my Riders Raw review, I clearly stated this was most likely going to be in the kickoff. The caliber of the matches that were on the show, this was kickoff material. You kidding me? You know what I mean?
I do, but there was a title on the line, man. That's the disrespect for the title.
But come on, let's look at it here. Like, look at the two teams individually. They are comedy gimmicks. The SmackDown, let's be honest, that title, them tag team titles haven't been that serious since.
I disagree, man. Like, you're right, they are comedy, but New Day, they're too popular than most of the people that are on that main card for them not to be on that main thing.
Who?
New Day.
No, I'm talking about the card. Who?
I would have gotten rid of the
Who?
Jeff Hardy.
Because this is. Oh, stop it!
I would have gotten rid of that.
Match. Are you crazy? That match on the pre-show.
Yeah, well.
And you saw what happened, right?
It wouldn't have to be in the pre-show. It would just be no show. Yeah.
Nah, stop it. Stop being silly now.
Pointless. It was pointless, man. It was pointless. Didn't amount to anything.
You're telling me that match was pointless? We'll get to that match. Anyways, this match was pointless. I felt this match was just a glorified SmackDown match. I thought it was good at first, but again, it was just up a tier from a SmackDown match. I'm sorry, but that's just how I felt. I didn't really get excited from this match. I thought it was funny. There was funny spots, of course, but, I call it how it is. I just thought it was just a 5-star SmackDown match. You know what I mean? For them two. That's me personally.
Came in at, it was a fun 10 minutes. The crowd loved it. The arena wasn't completely full yet, but, it was some fun there. I still enjoyed it, but it's a shame. I wanted Rusev Day to get it, man. But I'm not surprised New Day held on.
New Day only just got it. What's the point? You know what I mean? They need more time.
Nothing makes sense with this company.
Like I felt Rusev Day need to go on a run as a tag team instead of just hearing butts. And we saw the little storyline between Aiden English and Rusev and Lana about if Aiden's actually serious, can he be trusted? He keeps screwing up, and obviously in the build up, it looked like that. They beat the bar for crying out loud, which kind of craps on this. Do you know what I mean? I think we would have got more of an entertaining match if we watched the bar. Personally, I'm not crapping on Rusev Day. I'm just saying, for a good quality wrestling match and enough, and character fucking, who the bar are, okay? Rusev Day, we just know Rusev, and Aiden English that can say. I'm sorry.
It's their time. Do something with them.
Obviously, of course. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I felt they should have done that when it was hotter than hot. And again, WWE, man, they always miss the kettle with spoilers. So there's no point. You're getting cold turkey at Christmas. You get me?
Well, no, who cares? Cold turkey's better than no turkey.
Yeah.
I prefer that shit. Actually, leftover turkey's even better than fresh turkey, in my opinion. The sandwiches you make the next day. Oh, love that shit.
Fair enough. Each to others' opinion.
I love it.
So, what we grading this? Are we grading them? Yeah, we might as well. What we grading this?
It was a little 3-star match. Solid. Fun, solid, but yeah.
Yeah, average 3. Give it a 3.
Yeah, it was fun. Well, 3.5.
Yeah.
Let me go 3.5, just because I liked everyone involved.
Well, I'm saying 3, so yeah, we'll compromise over that one. Right.
But what was a 3-star match for me? The Hell in a Cell. The first full.
Hell in a Cell.
What did you think of this cell?
The cell, at first, before I found out the truth, I thought it was actually good because it reminded me of what they did with the Elimination Chamber. It took me back a bit. And then I thought of the Chamber, I was like, yeah, I guess so. It's modern now, and I felt they tried to capture the atmosphere of hell in a cell. Like, you're in hell, all the blood that's shed over the years in the cage. And then when you find out the truth, it was like, okay, that took the wind out of my sails.
What do you mean, find out the truth?
Well, obviously it has to be more safer, but, again, me being a Twitter nerd, a lot of people were saying, kind of complaining how they couldn't really see, and the truth was inside the material. You can check out your boy Meltzer, even co-sign this, saying how it's more, there's padding in there now.
Oh, okay,
it's a little more safer, and which also, when we get to the main event, why so many people on top of the cell look more safety and look more cushy. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, it looked plastic to me.
We're in a modern era. We have to protect. They have to be more trying to protect themselves more.
Fuck that.
You know what I mean? So
fuck that to the death.
Dude, you know me.
To the death.
You know where I stand, anyways. You know where I stand. Yeah, trust me, bro. We reviewed All In, okay? And what did we say about that? Fuck me. Yeah. And then look, they've had it in the cell again. Took the wind out of my cells, but.
Make it go further.
Get the ball rolling.
Do it
talk about this first.
Do it like Big Japan. They should hook up a fucking car battery to the walls of the cell and just electrify that whole thing.
Instead of car.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of good. Yeah,
that'd be sick.
Yeah.
But anyhow, but it looked plastic to me, man. It looked mad plastic to me. It looked like, like when you have the cells for the toys. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean now you say that. Yeah, true. And also, they tried to emulate. This was last second. Did you know they actually decided to change the color to actually signify the 20 years of Hell in a Cell?
Oh,
that's why the robes were white. Did you notice? So, which I thought was kind of funny because it was actually last second. Vince actually forgot about that. Hilarious. Well, why does that not surprise me? Well, because it's a cornerstone and it's the match with so much legacy to it. For crying out loud, who could forget Bad Blood 97 for crying out? Do you know what I mean? So, boy, but yeah, like I said, let's let's get into the first Hell in a Cell match between Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. So, Ederiece, I'll let you go first. What did you think of this match?
Yeah, it was alright. You know, they tried to and make it as extreme as they could within the confines of, you know, what the company is now. So, you know, there's some fun little things, but the end was kind of dumb. It was stupid because, you know, technically I was kind of... Technically I was kind of right when I said Jeff was going to go off the top of the cage for a table where Orton wasn't going to be, even though it wasn't from the top, from the outside top, but the inside top still counts in my opinion. But, you know, it was alright, it was alright. You know, it was alright.
So you're telling me when Randy Orton didn't get the screwdriver and tried to dig up Jeff Hardy's face, you did not find that a bit cringe, you know?
Oh yeah, but, you know, he's done all that with a fish hooking, so this was just twisting it around, but how many times are you going to keep fucking with a guy's ear?
Boy, you really took the pipe out of this.
I've been watching a lot of horror films lately, so my tolerance right now for crazy shit's like way high.
Well, to be fair, you kind of haven't really been... How can I put this? But a lot of us, let's put this, I'll throw myself in this, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. A lot of us didn't really take this match going into seriously because we've seen it enough times.
I like the bit where, you know, Hardy was whacking Orton with like, what was it, Hardy? Hitting thingy with the belt, with all the studded belts. Oof.
Yeah, I love that, man. Woo, boy, that was nuts. I'll tell you that for now. That was super duper crazy. I have to tell you.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't terrible. I'm not going to say it's a terrible match, but I don't know, maybe I just didn't care about the overall story of it to really get that invested.
Not many of us did.
But no,
many of us did. Like I said, going in, nobody really took this seriously. We've seen Hardy and Randy Orton enough times. Do you know what I mean? And for them to do, and for me, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good match. For me, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I've got to give it a 4, bro. For me, it was definitely one of the most standout matches that night. Close to being the best match. Close to. Actually, you know what? If not the best match tonight, I'll go as far as say that there was 2 other close contenders, but for me, due to the brutality of it, I've got to go with this one, man. This one was the best match of the night.
The end just seemed a bit dumb for me still. For me. Like, why did it not go?
Of course.
Why was it not a close? Why did Andy Orton roll off so early, just to leave Jeff just hanging there, just putting himself through a table for no reason? It was just, you know, make it last minute or hit him with an RKO or something.
I guess the timing was a bit off. Maybe because the way, if you think about it, if you looked at the way Orton's reaction was, we saw Jeff hanging, and then you kind of saw him swing. Now I think once Randy saw him swing, he thought, all right, I'm gonna move. Yeah, now
he didn't know when he was gonna drop.
Obviously, the trajectory of Jeff crashing. Literally, if you want to get it like Orton just missed. It was quite bad. It was pretty much like how Shane McMahon fell and then Sami Zayn, literally. Like, the timing was like almost there.
Yeah, that was
pretty much
timing on that one was real good. Whenever I watch that back.
You think so?
Yeah, I watch it back in slow mo. That was actually pretty good.
Well,
he'd already left. He'd already jumped when he pulled him.
Yeah, I guess so. But Owens was... Like Zayn, I guess the timing of Zayn moving it was quicker. Orton, he was just too slow, or Hardy just didn't do it right. I just think it was always going to be misjudged. If you're going to do spots like that, you have to do that. So you have to get that right. And I mean, you have to get that right. There's no way. It's like the fucking. Remember back to WrestleMania 31 when we had Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton and the curb stomp turned into the RKO. Like, Jesus. If they got that wrong by a second, Rollins would have been fucked. Do you know what I mean? So, I've got to give him a slap on the wrist on that one, man.
He should have done this to Jeff, man. He should have jumped in and RKO'd him as he dropped.
don't think he would have caught him well. It would have looked bad. I don't know. I don't know if he would have caught him. I don't know. And besides, Randy was kind of moving a bit slow. Come on, man. You've been whacked out by a belt.
True.
Fuck, man.
True.
So, I don't know, man. It kind of works like that. Them fatigued as well. Yeah, man. Come on. I'll cut him. I'll cut him some slack for that, man. Sure. If that was the normal ring ladder match, then yeah. But nah, I'll cut him some slack for that. Still,
for me,
4 star for me. Win grade.
For me, I'm giving it like 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he wasn't terrible. I'm not gonna say it was bad, but yeah, it was. I just didn't care about the story of it really.
Yeah, can't be helped.
Okay,
right.
So the women's match: Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. This was cool. I enjoyed this.
I enjoyed this match too. I thought it was very dynamic in the beginning. Both of them just trading blows, even submission holds, for crying out loud. I thought it was good.
Real good.
Very technical in the beginning. Very technical in the beginning, man.
I think this might be my favourite because, not just because it was a good match, but I also cared about, there was a story that I liked, you know, leading into it. So I was emotionally into it. So I think that's what made me like this.
No, of course. This is why, and this is one of the contenders of being close to winning it. Like, if Orton and Hardy didn't pull off with that, it'd either be this or another match of my choice, you know what I mean? And I thought, of course, the story, we've been wanting Becky to get the title for how long? In my review, I kind of thought they'll kind of swerve it. I thought, because the fans are crapping on Charlotte now, I thought we'll probably see, like, Charlotte get a dirty pin on Becky or something like that, which will kind of just turn it. But I'm glad Becky got the win. In the way she won was very smart as well. Because the way they booked her previously, I don't think that Becky Lynch would have done this. Do you know what I mean? So
they got more faith in her now.
Give this.
It's like someone's got more faith in her now. Like, they're like, okay. It's like they completely just forgot she existed for like 2 years. It's like, oh yeah, you working, aren't you? Oh, okay. Let's do something.
I know. It's always her or Bailey that get crapped on, and Sasha's just above them.
Hurt my heart. As soon as you mentioned the name Bailey, I just remembered. Oh yeah, he's there as well. Fuck.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So that tells you everything.
Damn.
Do you know what I mean? But for me, I gotta give it a 4-star straight up, hands down.
Yeah, I'll give it 4 as well. I really like that. Really enjoyed this match. I like the bit at the end where, you know, this ended. Becky's got the belt and Charlotte's like, you know, try and be the good sportsman, puts her a hand, and then Becky's like, yeah, fuck that, and there's bops.
It's my time.
Yeah.
But one honourable mention. One honourable mention in this match. There was one move that I liked from Becky Lynch, and it just made me think, boy, you know what? If he was on a proper heel shit, man, that would be nuts. She should put that in every match. It was when she basically was working on Charlotte's arm, and what was to happen was they were on the edge of the ring, and she's twisted it now, and she literally just yanked her arm down, and Charlotte literally crashed down flat. Like someone just shot her with a gun or something, man. The way she slapped the ring, oh my gosh. I actually made my arm jitter a bit, man. But shit, Becky Lynch, two time SmackDown Women's Champion.
Just hope they give her a nice run with it as well, man. Not just lose on SmackDown.
I hope so too. Like, I don't know. There ain't really anyone really challenge worthy on that. So someone's gonna have to turn. Do you know what I mean? So
that's
we'll talk about that in the coming weeks.
Yeah, but that's if we presume they're gonna move on to someone else. I don't think they are. I think this is gonna keep on going for a while. So yeah, Charlotte could end up getting it back.
I don't see Charlotte getting the title back off her. If they do, this whole thing was pointless. or they're gonna do which I'm afraid of. Which I don't know. SmackDown bookings are a little more smarter than Raw's. I'll give it that. Not just because I'm a SmackDown guy, but I will say SmackDown's, when it comes to booking, they're a little bit smarter. But a little bit, not so much. But what I was afraid of is hot potato, the title, the whole Sasha Banks and Bailey situation, because you know they like to rehash shit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I can't see Charlotte winning the title back from Becky for a bit. I think Becky's just going to beat her again and then move on. Maybe they should have a submission match someday. I think that would be fucking sick, personally.
But if we presume that down the road they are going to unify all the women's, thing into one league or whatever, then who's going to be the
league like it's football?
I know. Into one division, then who's going to be the representative to merge it on SmackDown? It's got to be Charlotte, innit? Because that's the match they want to build up to, Charlotte and Ronda.
Well, we'll see. Who knows? Yeah, but why do you want to rush this? So remember, we still got Evolution to get through, and they got a rematch. Then I'm expecting, without a shadow of a doubt, they're gonna have a rematch at Evolution, which is still next month. It's been a few weeks now, so we still got to get that. We got to go through that. We don't even know what's going on with Ronda Rousey next. Now I'm assuming, do you know what I mean? When we get to that, we don't even know what's gonna happen with that or anything. So we still. I say we wait till Evolution, then we got more of a chance to see what's going to happen in the future, personally.
You think they're just...
Right now, I don't know.
You think they're just going to... Well, actually, no, wait, we'll get to that in a sec. So let's get into the tag team match.
Yeah.
Ziggler...
Go on.
Ziggler, McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
This one was crazy. This was a fun match. I felt it took, you saw two types of tag matches.
We didn't rate the winning.
Basic one.
Oh yeah, we did. Sorry, no, keep going.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Now, damn, you lost my momentum. God damn it! Now I'm gonna start the car.
Fun match.
Nah, alright.
You said fun match. Go.
Yeah, it was fun. It was crazy. You saw two types of tag matches. You saw a basic one. Obviously in the beginning, the matchups. I like the matchups, what they did. We saw Dolph and Seth start off, and then Dolph's like, nah, fuck this. McIntyre, he knew he couldn't handle McIntyre. He thought, fuck this, Ambrose, get in there. Do you know what I mean? I liked that dynamic. I also liked, obviously, after probably halfway through the match, it just went chaotic. It just went tornado type style. Do you know what I mean? I thought, fuck me, this was crazy. And I loved, one part I did love was when, I loved the finish, of course, but we won't go that far. I loved when Rollins went to do that suicide dive out the ring, and they just caught him. Yeah. And then you just see Ambrose literally just jump on and literally KO'd everyone outside the ring.
I wish Ziggler was a bit bigger and they could caught him as well, so you had both of them up there and they just slammed them both into the edge of the ring. That would have been fucking crazy.
McIntyre could have done that, but if given a chance to, rather than Dolph. But I was impressed, and we even saw a few minutes of Dolph and Rollins back and forth. That was heart pounding too. Do you know what I mean? You want to add on?
I just wish they fucking dressed like a tag team, man. Ziggler and McIntyre.
Fuck that gimmick, man. That's so outdated.
Nah, they're a team. They're ripping each other, man. They just look so mismatched. With Ziggler with his gold shit and McIntyre all black. It's like. Yeah.
So what about Rollins and Ambrose's attire? They didn't come out in the Shield attire.
Basically, just wear black though, didn't they? Or was Rollins wearing something else?
Oh, stop it!
They just wear black.
You need to come out the past, bro. No one wants to dress up like the Legion of Doom or all that shit's all over and done with, man.
Nah, man.
We need this real shit. No. Fuck all that shit.
Teams need to look like a team.
Go for. It don't matter. Besides, they're not. We all know what the situation is. We all know it's not gonna last long. What's the point?
Yeah,
what is the point?
Do it.
There's no point.
Do it.
Besides, they're both singles. They're both single stars working together. They both have the tech.
This is the last time McIntyre had a match.
Huh?
When was the last time McIntyre had a singles match?
When was the last time he had a singles match? He probably had one recently, actually. So
a live show,
and we probably forgot it. Even if it is a live show, it still counts.
But yeah,
You can't say that.
This is a cool match, man. I really enjoyed this. So I'll give this
a 4.
Yeah.
Because this was
solid 4.
This was gonna be number 1 originally, but it was a toss up between Hardy and this one. Honestly,
That's
Becky
it.
Charlotte third. Yeah, that's how I do it. Ooh, wait a minute.
And I'm happy that they kept the belts as well, man.
Yeah, they had to keep the belts. If they had done that, I'd have been so pissed.
Can't have the Shield with everything.
Because I want to bring something up at the end of the show. But yeah, I'm glad they kept the titles. Like I said, from the moment these two aligned, I said to you, I'm getting behind them. I see potential in these guys, and I still do. In their tag matches recently, it's been crazy. Even in this match, like the dirty tag team, old school mentality, like distract the ref while we just double. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the shit that the fucking Revival were doing back in NXT days before they fucked them up on the main roster. Ugh.
Oh, that's what happens with NXT talent. You either got it or you don't. Unfortunately, I love NXT.
These two were good, man, but they gotta get them away from Braun, man. They ain't doing them no favors, in my opinion.
This is just a storyline. It's not long term. Yeah. As long as Braun's feuding with Reigns, then they're just stuck with these two. That's just how it is. You know, the common goal is the Shield. Do you know what I mean? They got most of the roster against the Shield already, if you remember, a few weeks ago on Raw. So, you know, when everyone decimated them.
So, the WWE Championship, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. I enjoyed the...
I'll let you start.
This was probably the best match they've had in WWE, in my opinion.
Yes, hands down.
And there was passion. There's something that sometimes is missing with some of these matches, man. You could literally feel the grudge. Like, they actually wrestled like they legit hated each other, and I love that.
That spot, when Joe kicked AJ in his face, oh, man. And the way he went down, fuck. Felt like he just it felt like he just ran and just put his foot right on his face and just, you know, carried his face right into the ground with his foot. I swear to God, man, I was literally covering my face. I was thinking, fuck. Dashing AJ around in the steel steps. I did like AJ, that baseball slide. Was it a baseball slide or was it a forearm? When Joe crashed into the announce table. That looked like that hurt too. Fuck. But,
oh, you talking about when Joe did the dive?
Sorry?
You mean when Joe did the dive?
Oh, it was Joe that did the dive. Yeah, that was it.
From inside to outside. Yeah, you ain't done that in a while.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, thank fuck. Like, do you know what I mean? Started seeing a different type of match. Yeah. And I felt like whoever choreographed this or whatever, thank you. About fucking time I can get excited about AJ Styles match, because the Nakamura shit, yeah. Do you know what I mean? We didn't want to talk about that.
But there was a problem though. Yet again with AJ Styles. Another screwy fuckery finish.
I know.
When's the last time you had a clean finish?
Now this is the problem. Again, we're going back to this Nakamura situation. Why can't we pull the trigger on Joe? What is it? I get it now, because they're gonna have a rematch.
Oh, well,
at the Super Show.
Yeah, I get that. But that's not what irks me though.
Hear me out. But what is it? Why can't he win decisively? What is the problem?
He's a fat guy.
Not gonna lose anything. Huh?
He's a fat guy. I don't want a fat guy holding the belts. Simple.
Fuck. Kevin Owens held the belt.
He wears a t-shirt.
But hold on. You were running down Kevin Owens.
He wears a t-shirt.
I couldn't get you. It doesn't matter.
He covers it up.
If it doesn't matter, so that's how Owens wrestles. You was
Joe's out there. Man. Joe's hanging his shit out there. They don't like that.
They don't like that.
Nah, man. They want him to get in shape, and he won't.
Please. Don't matter, man. Joe will get the title soon. I think
it don't matter to you. It don't matter to me, but it matters to the WWE. That's what we're talking about here. They don't like that shit.
I'm giving you my opinion. Is that a problem?
Yeah.
How is it a problem? The whole show is about opinions, right? God. Come on, bro. Don't do this to me. Don't sound like you're controlled by Vince. Please.
Oh, I wish I could take that paycheck.
Oh, you... Please.
I'd love that
Fuck
shit.
that, man.
Pay me.
But still, I think they need to pull the trigger because Joe's just being wasted. I just feel like this is the second time now. Brock Lesnar, now this, like, come on. And AJ Styles, why? I don't get it. What's the point? Why is he gonna tap out? He should have just beat him, and then Joe should have just went on a terror after the match. I don't get it. Boy,
yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5, man. That finish kind of just...
It's frustrating. It's real frustrating.
It is. I'm gonna give it maybe a 3.5 for me, man. It was all good until the finish.
Yeah, I'll still give I'll still stick with a 4 on this one, man, because I did enjoy the match overall. But
I don't know, man, because it's just the finish kind of just...
I'm fed up of AJ Styles matches
not
having a decisive... It makes him seem less of a quality wrestler that he can't just beat a guy clean.
Yeah, it's like... I know, and that's what annoys me. It's like... Remember when AJ Styles fucking debuted on Raw? He beat Jericho, and then the first time he was in a title opportunity, he beat 4 other guys to face Roman Reigns for the title. You had him beat Cena. He had a series of matches with Cena, and not until the last one was the best one, even though most of their matches were decent, but the last one was the best one. And it's like, you let him beat Cena, but since then, it's just been... what?
Screw
Question marks. I don't know, man. It's really annoying because we wanted AJ to get to this point for how many years now? And they just keep giving us these shitty AJ Styles finishes. It's like, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? But for me, I'm sticking with a 3.5, man. That finish, how can I put this? At a moment in time, you're like, oh shit, what's going on? It's like, huh? I don't know, man. I won't say it was as deep as people watching the Montreal Screwjob, but it just takes something from me. Do you get what I mean? Like all that fighting and all that just for this. And we know AJ again, screwy, shitty finish. Joe, it's not his time yet. What the fuck? It's just frustrating for me. So I don't know, man. 3.5 for me, man.
Still got Australia. Who knows?
Yeah, but I hope that's going to be a good match because Joe made it clear to Paige. She looked fine as fuck this week. Anyways, he made it clear that he wants AJ, no DQ. Paige granted it. She said, listen, Super Show, it's all done and dusted.
Okay.
So,
Miz,
we'll wait and see.
We got Miz and Maurice versus Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. What do you think of this? For some reason, I don't know why, I actually thought this was going to be in a cell, I don't know why.
You thought what?
For some reason, I thought this was going to be in the cell for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe it was the image that you saw, and you just saw it cell at the background.
Graphic, yeah.
Sometimes they do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do that.
But
this match,
it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it wasn't wonderful either.
Nah, not really. I mean, it went exactly how you'd thought it went. You know what I mean? Like, again, when we saw Cena and Nikki against these two, it was like...
this was better than that match, I reckon.
No, it was better because this actually had a real story, and besides, this story was on pause when that was going on. Do you know what I mean? So, little did we know it was on pause at the time. But still, I don't know, man. I was kind of indifferent about it. I wouldn't know what to say. It was cool, but I don't know.
I like Maurice always running away from Brie. She couldn't get her hands on her, and
Yeah, Bryan and Miz were mostly wrestling. I thought it was cute. Bryan and Brie wearing the same attire. Both, all teams were on some husband and wife gimmick.
Both did, yeah. They ripped it.
Yeah.
But that little roll up at the end was a bit clumsy though.
That was bad. That was bad. I'll give this a 3. I'm just gonna grade it because I didn't. Again, like I said on my preview, I kind of lost interest in this now. Since I started bringing the wives in it, I was thinking, well, can you wait a little bit longer? Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit. Just like have Maurice. But I just felt SummerSlam kind of derailed it for me, honestly.
Daniel Bryan sucks. Well, no, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna take that back. Yeah, he don't suck, but yeah, he's just middle of the road.
It's like I think that's part of it, but at the same time, I felt maybe they actually left it for too long. Do you know what I mean? I felt if they gave it to us at that time, then hell, we could have probably had a different opinion about it at that point.
This should have been the whole what was happening as soon as he came back. This
shit should have happened at Mania.
Well, he wasn't back at Mania, was he?
Faced him. But obviously we had the Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn situation. But I think we should have got that match instead of that.
But when did Bryan come back? Was it after Mania?
Sorry?
Didn't Bryan come back after Mania?
After Mania? Don't you remember he was wrestling at Mania, dog?
Oh shit, was that the first? I can't remember.
See? Don't you remember?
No.
He came back at Mania.
Don't you remember, man? Who was he wrestling?
Mania was it. Remember the tag match with him and McMahon, Shane, against Owens and Zayn?
Oh shit! Remember that bullshit. Yeah? Oh.
How do you think Kevin Owens ended up on Raw, bro?
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
God, that was horrible.
And Sami Zayn got in that.
What a pointless.
We'll talk about the Bobby Lashley storyline.
What a pointless feud, man.
We'll save that for later.
Pointless feud.
Let's leave that in the trash. But yeah. So with this, 3, man.
3 stars, definitely. And another win for Miz. I want to see Daniel Bryan just disheveled now. He can't win. He feels defeated. He's depressed. Loses confidence in himself.
I thought we were going there, and then Brie turned up. It was like, oh fuck, not yet. Do you know what I mean? I wanted Bryan to at least beat him. Then they build up a proper rivalry, like a proper story. Just not have them hold off from each other. Like, make it intense for fuck's sake. Because it just seems one-sided intense from Bryan, and Miz is just giving it all the talk. Don't get me wrong, Miz has won, obviously. He's won the matches, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not seeing the Miz transcend into on what he is, you know what I mean? It's evolve, that's the word I'm looking for. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we read, I just felt like, I don't know.
We could have if they do this right, we could have a good little thing with Bryan having to start from the bottom and build his way up until WrestleMania, where he gets to face Miz again. But up until then, he has to claw his way through the roster up until WrestleMania.
But Mania, I don't even know. I think people will get tired from it. Just like we all waited for Bayley to turn heel and then they got therapy. Do you know what I mean?
I can't believe that.
I think it's just exactly the same shit.
Still can't believe that shit.
They're just ruining Bryan. Yeah, dude, I knew it was going to happen, man. I thought at that time, yes. Until I saw Dr. Shelby, I was like, they trashed it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Talk about the women. We got the Raw Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey against Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. Yes.
With Ronda still has a natty in a corner who I just don't believe their friendship, man. It just don't work for me. I know they are friends for real, but there's just no believability in that relationship there.
Well, for you, why not?
It just doesn't work for me. I don't know why. It just doesn't click for me that they're meant to be legit homies, man.
Are you still... Alright, let me ask you this question. If Ronda didn't have the career she did in UFC, would you still say that?
Maybe.
You would still say that.
If they had someone who was more in her style, like a Beige or someone, then it'd be more believable, but... I don't know.
Baszler and Natty?
No, and Ronda.
Well, that's fucking obvious. Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean...
Because you know that they're legit friends, so it's silly. Real. I believe it. But with this, I just never believe it when Natty comes running out. Just like... yeah, alright.
Well, dude, remember, we're in an entertainment realm. This isn't wrestling-based anymore.
Yeah, but make it believable, man. Entertain me.
You kind of need to circle around that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, for example, I'll give you an example. I'll give you the best example. This is when, I don't even think you was watching it then. When Stephen Amell was in WWE, this was when Cody Rhodes was still around, he had a storyline. Obviously, they were promoting the Arrow episode when Cody Rhodes was in it. He had a rivalry with Stardust, of course, and Neville got thrown into it. Now, putting Neville next to Stephen Amell, that doesn't work.
No, exactly the same thing. That's exactly the same thing, yeah.
But it's exactly the same thing. So,
doesn't work.
In a sense, it doesn't work. But obviously, remember, Amell was only there for a gig. Ronda's here for the time. Do you get what I mean? And I gotta say, like, let's get into the match. I gotta say, I'm gonna draw into the match.
But I think
I'm getting impressed by her.
No, it was good. She was good. And I want to get to why she was good in this in a sec. But I think it comes down to the performance of their characters, because I believe Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, for some reason, they're believable as a team, and I don't think they even are. When you look at their Insta and shit, they're not really hanging together in real life, but in character, they work.
Well, you got to think about it. We know what Mickie James can be like. We've seen Mickie James come up already from a long time ago. On top of that, we know Alexa Bliss. We've seen her demeanor, what she's put on and showed us in the last 2.5 years. Like, it's been great. She comes like Trish Stratus' little bitch sister. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, you kind of get that dynamic. And on top of that, Mickie James, if you remember, Mickie James was the one that cost Becky Lynch the fucking SmackDown women's title in that cage match. Do you remember? All those months ago? Or I think about a year ago now. Yeah, it was about a year ago now.
What's that?
So, like, they've had that, that chemistry.
Yeah.
Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, they had that. They had all that time to build it up. We've seen Mickie James and Alexa for so long. It's immune now.
It don't
matter.
And
they're both blended in with each other.
It don't matter. Ronda's with Natty. They ain't gonna work to me.
Oh, you are just an old man.
It's real, man. People don't like the realness. Too real. Oh, sad,
dude, we're in the modern era. WWE has been showing this shit for us for how long? What's that got to do with it? Why are you going so high pitch? I'm telling you how it is.
Performance. That's what it is. Don't matter what era it is. Performance.
So hold on, wait. You're telling me, So, alright. So you're telling me that Natty has to be. So if Natty's shit, then Ronda has to be shit. This is what you're saying to me.
To get rid of Natty. That's what I'm saying. She don't.
Why are you getting rid of Natty?
They don't work together. So get rid of her and put someone else in that who actually can perform and bounce off of Ronda. Legit.
Like who?
Well, we don't know because they never put Ronda with anybody else.
Well, Natty's the only person that can really do it. And besides, like, she's well respected in the back, man. Like, if anything, Natty's the best person for her to lean on. That's experienced in the back. Right. Who else you gonna lean? Who else? Alicia Fox?
What the fuck is going on with Alicia Fox, man? And a blonde wig and a fucking sailor uniform. I'm sick of this shit.
That. I thought that was kind of dope, man. Shit, that was very out there. That's why I like
it. Makes no
wow.
Why though?
It's cool. It's just different. Come on, man. See, that's how I know you don't like ASAP Rocky, man. Shit. And yet you were the one cussing me for not listening to ASAP.
What are you on about? I love ASAP Rocky. What's that got to do with fucking... What the fuck's...
You're telling me ASAP Rocky never used to dress different. Come on now. Anyways, let's not...
ain't the same as...
I got respect for... I like ASAP Rocky anyways, but... Nah, but I'm asking you a question, man. Anyways.
Alicia Fox is nuts, man.
About it off air.
Alicia Fox is nuts.
But look, let's get into the match, because we've been talking about Natty for too long.
Why I think this match was good, and why Ronda was really good in this, because Ronda did something which most experienced wrestlers, guys who've been doing this for years, are shit at doing, and really are capable of doing, and that's selling an injury consistently throughout the whole match.
Even until the bell sounded.
Exactly.
She still didn't raise her arm. She said, Natty, no, I can't raise my arm.
Exactly.
I like that.
Wouldn't even go up on the...
worked hard.
Exactly. Wouldn't even go on the turnbuckle to do a little pose. Couldn't do it. How many times do we see people like Seth limping with their leg and then suddenly they're up and jumping around the place? They just forget that they're supposed to be hurt. Like, so many people just don't seem to be able to keep it going.
The wrong leg.
Yeah.
Who was it? And it was the wrong leg.
Natty.
I can't remember. That was so...
Natty.
Yeah, it was Natty. Oh my god. I put that on Instagram. I remember that. Ryan as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
Make sure you follow, subscribe. But I'm just... That was bad.
It
was
was mad.
bad.
But I did like they managed to make this more of a match. And they gave it something believable for Alexa to target. For her to keep... to stay in it.
And I like the whole... Like, Alexa was not backing down. Like, she didn't look weak. It made me forget about SummerSlam. Because you know how I crapped on that match. Even though I did like the dominance from Rousey, but it just slowly started to remind me of Lesnar. But Lesnar wouldn't go to this depth in a match. In an actual match, not with no weapons and this shit. So, I've got to say, man, this match, again, Ronda impressed the fuck out of me, man. Even taking a beating from Alexa Bliss. Like, did you see her get bent up on the ring post?
Yeah, selling, man. Selling
where the
good.
fuck was Natty, man? I can't lie. She missed her cue.
Hanging with her real friends.
Or something.
She was hanging with her real friends.
Oh, dear. But still, man, Ronda, man, bravo. I'm happy, man. I'm happy with this. I can actually say this now. I'm happy with this.
Purely based on her performance, I'm giving it a 4.
Yeah, I agree with you.
She did so good. Alright, so let's get to the bullshit now.
Oh, God,
Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Does this count as a cash-in from Braun?
Special referee. Huh?
Does this count as a cash-in from Braun?
Yes, it does. Because he legitimately said on Monday Night Raw, I'm not running away, or let me put it in Ryan's war terms. Listen, he's not running away like a pussy, or he's going to cash it in right then and there. And he did.
Okay.
So it was official. He used his cash. He used his contract to get the title match, because realistically, that wasn't the match. He didn't come up to Angle or Corbin at the time to say he wants Roman Reigns for a title match. So he basically just said, listen, briefcase, I'm going to cash it in. Straight to your face. That was it.
Started up alright.
And,
I like the whole thing with Roman couldn't get anything on Strowman. Strowman he was bouncing off Strowman. So, that was all good. And they had their little tussle for a bit. But then it went, I think he threw him, they speared him through a table or something. And then they were just out for like 10 minutes.
Advice from Mick Foley. I don't know if you caught that, but Mick Foley actually recommended Roman Reigns to get the fucking table. And there was a couple times Roman Reigns got a couple Superman punches. It just felt, to me, like watching that, I felt like watching WrestleMania all over again, Honestly, I felt like Braun Strowman was acting as Brock Lesnar for a second. I was just thinking, fuck's sake, this is annoying. And I did like one Superman punch, though, I will say that. When Braun literally chucked him up in the air and he literally just caught him. I thought that was kind of cool still, the way they all landed on that. But
what got annoyed?
That felt like, huh?
No, go on.
But the table spot, that felt like, I don't know, bro. They were out for like ages, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it got dumb when everyone came down for no reason.
Yeah, that was dumb. And I was thinking to myself, I felt, and I will say this, and I hope everyone's listening, to me, it felt like they put a reminiscent of 2 King of the Ring 98 matches in that match. Obviously, the spot we'll get to in a sec, and which is what? Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, because I wouldn't say that's Mankind and The Undertaker, no, that's more Shawn Michaels. Actually, no, I'd say Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. That was very reminiscent of that spot. And another match, just literally had it on the edge of my tongue. Stone Cold and Kane for the title. Do you remember that match? And do you remember how everybody came out? The Undertaker, Mankind came out. Obviously, Undertaker cost Austin for the title. He fucking hit him with the chair and that. It just reminded me of that for a bit. Like, I saw glimpses of previous Hell in a Cell matches all in one.
It just seems pointless to me that they came out, because what were they going to do? They were just...
yeah, for real.
And it was like, they're all just climbing up to the top of the cage for whatever reason. It's like they had no faith in the actual match itself, that they had to bring these guys out.
Like, they blatantly didn't. And for the ending as well, you could tell they blatantly didn't.
Yeah, oh, we'll get to that shit. But it just seemed like what, and like even the bump though wasn't a good bump because it's like you see it coming from a mile off. They're hanging there, they're looking back, making sure the table's right below them. And it's just it was just not. It was pointless, man.
I know. And what made me laugh was the fact that they had to rely again. Roman relying on the Shield to get him over. Fucking Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Well, Strowman don't need to be over. Drew and Dolph, they're over anyways. Who gives a fuck? No, I give a fuck because I like them. But, I mean, like, this match was just not over. It's like they knew it. They prepared for it. It's like, I can't wait till we get to the next part.
Well,
as
much as it was dumb, there was one thing that it did help down the road. This little thing, this chaos fiasco shit happening. It helped when Brock came out. There was no one to rescue Roman or Braun because everyone was fucked up and laid out flat.
Like anyone would, is Brock fucking Lesnar for crying out.
But I mean, like the Shield couldn't come running out and McIntyre and Ziggler couldn't come running out because they were already laid out.
Oh yeah, but boy, they couldn't even do anything. Do you know what I mean? We saw what Brock Lesnar did to Randy Orton at SummerSlam. Did you not remember? Do you know what I mean? Like
skinny Brock. This is skinny Brock though, man. This is preparing for a fight, Brock.
Yeah, I know, but still, regardless, and Brock was near that size from his original run. Do you know what I mean? Near it. But even then he was dashing people around like pigeons.
I was looking back at when he first came out, man. Dude, he was so jacked back then, man. Roids deep in his veins.
Yeah, but at that point, we didn't see anyone of that size unless he was Scott Steiner. But even Scott Steiner with his height made him look small. But his arms were just more bigger than Lesnar, like muscle mass wise.
The Lesnar's just gorilla proportions, man, with long arms and shit.
I guess so. But all that bodybuilding, that's what he do. That's what he do.
Monkey.
But you want to finish it off? Want to tell the fans exactly what happened when Lesnar came down?
Well, kick down the door. That was kind of cool.
That was cool. That was fucking cool. See, another Hell in a Cell spot, Kane 97.
Yeah, but Kane struggled, man. Kane struggled to get that door off.
Yeah, I know. What made me laugh about that door, that cage door back then looked so fucking weak. Every time I watched it, and even like I've seen it even years ago, and I'm thinking, you know what? Even I could rip that cage door. It looks so unsafe. Of course, we remember that was the same. Remember it weren't the same exact Hell in a Cell structure from a year later, but they kind of used the same fucking cage. Do you know what I mean? It was so weak. Kane barely took it off. It was that weak. Mankind went through it. Remember when he carried back up and he went through it? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's like,
well, that wasn't meant to happen, though, wasn't it? Originally, that first one. When Mankind went through it originally, that wasn't meant to happen, innit? They never planned for that.
No, they didn't plan for that, but they had to. Well, the rest of the match was caught on a fly, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, boy, but going back to this one, Lesnar, man.
So yeah, Lesnar comes in. S5s, everyone.
Paul Heyman pepper spray Mick Foley, which I was kind of like, why did you do that? It's a no DQ.
Pointless, exactly. But even more than that, no DQ. Now, Foley gets thrown from the top of the cage through a table. The match doesn't end. It keeps going. The referee doesn't call it. He comes back, climbs up to the top, gets thrown through the cage. Chair busts up his face. Referee's like, no, we're good. We'll keep it going. But
the tooth went up his fucking lip.
Busted him. Match keeps going. His arms dislocate. He's all fucked up. But all it takes is Roman and Braun to get F5'd each, and then the referee's like, oh my god, this is too far. We have to end this. People are gonna die.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I know. And look how sluggish. This is what I'm saying. Look how sluggish they were when Lesnar came up. Like, they could barely get to their feet. I swear Roman was flat on his ass. Strowman was like trying to get up. And it's like, But you guys got put for a table like 5 minutes ago, maybe 10. And you're telling me you can't get the fuck up. Get out of here, man. Do you know what I mean?
It was
shit on this match.
so bullshit. Apparently, though, once it was all done, because they cut off the air real quick, apparently the place booed like a motherfucker.
I want to get to that.
People were booing crazy.
Fans were not happy.
Yeah, man. What
I
they expect?
was a bit like confused this morning because, like, when I saw the rest of Twitter, like, it were pissed off fans. I was like, it sure wasn't that bad. What did I miss? And then I remembered, like, the stream kind of just went on quick. Like, I was like, wait, that's kind of reminiscent to SummerSlam. And I remember SummerSlam had a little bust up at the end too, if you remember. So this is what happens when you get Roman Reigns as your champion and you put him in these type of matches, and he keeps holding the belt. I know I said, oh, I'm just glad Roman got the belt off of Lesnar, because I didn't think we were going to see Lesnar again. But Lesnar's still here. So this is the amount of bullshit we've got to put up with right now, ladies and gentlemen. But I digress.
It's just so crazy how they just go so far to protect him and cover his shit.
I just don't understand it. I really don't. It's like, what are you, again, what did I say to you months ago? I cannot see Strowman winning this title. He's going to end up like Big Show soon. And if that happens, remember I told you so. Dude, they're wasting Strowman, man. If Strowman doesn't get the title by the end of the year, he's done. I'm sorry. It's going to mean shit. No, honestly, my opinion, it's not going to mean shit if he wins it at WrestleMania or something. If he wins the Rumble and wins at WrestleMania, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. I'd rather see someone win the Rumble and try and beat him at WrestleMania. That would be a perfect storyline. Do you know what I mean? Not Roman Reigns. But still, I don't know, man. They left it for too long. Great Balls of Fire, I thought it was going to be it. Nope. That Fatal 4-Way, nope. What was that, Royal Rumble? Nope.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Samoa Joe. They just won't pull the trigger on these guys. And it's like, what are they afraid of? Do you know what I mean? You still got Roman Reigns. You can still promote him. You can still do TV shit. He might not be the champion, but you guys push him so fucking much. You might as well be the champion with no title. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
So what do you give this match?
Two.
Yeah, 2.5.
I don't give it half. Wow, you're generous. I ain't giving it shit, fam. 2 for him. And I'll tell you why, too. Because you needed Rollins, you needed the tag match to come back and have a part 2 to get the fucking main event over. You dumb. And on top of that, like, we have no decisive winner. Braun Strowman just spunked his contract. Roman Reigns is still your champion, and Brock Lesnar just comes back. I did like Brock Lesnar coming back with no spoiler or anything, or no news. Nobody knew Lesnar was going to turn up. I did like that. But regardless, I know it's just so minor, but for real, Paul Heyman, I love you, but what was the point of pepper spraying Mick Foley? It made no sense.
Foley probably like, I want to get involved backstage. He's probably like, oh, I want to get involved. Let's do something. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Yeah, I guess so. Strowman could have just dashed him down, but still, I don't know, man. Fuck. But pepper spray's the safest way. I guess Mick just got is you know, he's trying to repair his body over fucking 20 years of damage, and maybe more than 20 years. But you know what I mean.
DDP yoga.
It is what it is, but yeah, man.
It's pretty much. It's even kind of pointless though when you think of Brock being there, because he ain't gonna be here next week, is he? He's just gonna be. This was just his little cameo, and that's it. We ain't gonna see him again for a couple of months.
Like, we'll probably, actually, in fact, we'll probably hear him from via satellite, or Paul Heyman will come down on his own tonight and just talk, and it's like, yeah. You know, it's like, really, well, what's the point? I don't know, dude. Honestly, I really don't know.
Well, but you know, overall, besides that last match and the fuckeries at the end, it was actually a decent little pay-per-view, man.
I really think All In had something to do with it. I'm gonna say that. I really think so because if I'm honest, this has been their better pay-per-views this year, and a lot of it was just garbage. Mania weren't even that good, bro.
Mania ain't been good for you. I don't even know when the last time it was good.
I can't remember the last time. Nah, for real. I think you could only pick a select few matches along the years, but a consistent WrestleMania, like my all-time favorite 17, and my close second favorite 19, 21 and 20 was good. But after that, it just was just like 2-match show, 3-match show, 1-match show. Do you know what I mean? It's like Mania hasn't got that anymore.
It's because they focus more on the whole spectacle of the whole thing rather than the quality of the matches, man.
Do you think them going in arenas? Well, then again, WrestleMania 17 was in a stadium as well. I didn't know that until the other day, in fact. But do you think the whole stadiums have something to do with it? Do you think it's the build-up? What would you think that's literally blocking our minds from saying, yes, WrestleMania, you know what I mean? Rather than say, oh, WrestleMania's on this weekend. You know
they are
I mean?
in probably in venues that are too big, where you just don't get that energy back. But also the matches, I just don't think they let the talent do their thing. They don't let them go. It's supposed to be WrestleMania. Just try and steal the show, but it feels like they don't really let everyone do their thing. So it's basic.
They contradict themselves a lot because all they're saying is you got to steal the show. Like, this is why I feel back in the 90s, back in the 80s, of course, and especially the 70s, for fuck's sake, you could do whatever the fuck you want, right? And until we got to, like, I don't know, the mid-2000s, like, probably just after John Cena, Randy Orton era, that was it. You couldn't do jack shit. You know, all these past stars that try to, you know, that listen to these advice from the guys, the vets that's been there for more than 5 years, been in the business for like 10 years, like, they'll be like, oh yeah, go do this, go do that. Obviously, they might be fucking them over, but they're really fucking them over because it's like, it's not their day anymore. You can't just really go out there and call off-script promo and, you know, Vince will be happy. Do you know what I mean? It's not like some CM Punk shit. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
Like, that type of thing doesn't happen anymore. And I think this is why a lot of these indie guys are smart, staying on the indies, because they know what can happen when they get behind the machine.
Plainly.
The machine will either terminate them or eradicate them.
Just crush them.
Just tell them they can't use 75% of their moveset.
Some people are happy with that. You know, you got these Zack Riders that seem to be content. They're like, whatever, I'll get my money, and I'll buy my action figures, and I'm good.
His girl, I'm assuming his girl's gonna be in. His girl Chelsea Green's gonna cut down there soon. So
yeah, I'm surprised.
Laura Van Ness, you're really a fan. It is what it is. But
she's alright.
She's gonna, give her some credit, man. That All In match, she played her part. But still, like, I don't know, man. This is what I'm saying, and I feel kind of gutted because, you know, if I actually continued with my path as a kid, I want to be a wrestler. If I actually got serious and did it, I don't even know if I'd be satisfied. I would be satisfied, of course, in making this money, get publicity, but talent-wise, would I be on the indies, or would I be in WWE right now, taking the checks and all this whatnot, but not getting elevated like how I want to, or storyline?
I've asked myself that. Like, I don't know.
Makes you think.
I've asked myself that. Where would I want to be? Would I want to be in Japan? Would that be my goal? Kind of like an Omega or like a Zack?
I think I want to do that first. You know? Cause I don't want to go to WWE. I don't want to go like. I'd rather, obviously, I'll do these, of course. You know, tryouts with Ring of Honor and, you know, other indie promotions. I'd probably go Japan before WWE. I'll probably do it the AJ Styles way. Do you know what I mean?
I'm trying to think whether I'd even want to be in WWE. Would I want? I
don't know if I want to.
A part of me would like the challenge of, like, kind of like Omega does, would like the challenge of seeing if I could be the biggest I could be without needing to be part of that big machine.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? And then it's crazy because, you know, I can't really think of anyone outside of when you think of America, I can't really think of anyone that's made it big without any WWF influence, WWE influence. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think WCW guys, but most of them went over there. All started there. You know what I mean?
Well, Young Bucks, innit? They're the biggest.
No, obviously, I'm talking about back in the day. I'm not saying now. But I'm saying back then, like, there ain't really no one there.
Yeah,
obviously, this is a new generation now. We got the Young Bucks. We got Kenny Omega. Well, can we count Kenny? Because he was training there at a time, but he never really made it on TV or nothing. So, I don't know. And on top of that, Matt Jackson has wrestled on WWE TV. But regardless, they still made a name for themselves outside, and I say they're a very big entity, you know what I mean? Which kind of makes me feel, which we talked about in the last episode, about All Into Double or Nothing. I think they got, you know what? I think that I'm gonna throw my horseshoe out there. I think they got a good chance.
Doing another one, definitely. Whether they could do double, I don't know if they could actually do it double though. 20,000, that's a bit crazy.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna throw my horseshoe. I think they could do it. I'm gonna throw them because think about all those people that couldn't get tickets to go All In the first time. Think about it. And remember, look how quick that sold out.
Yeah, that's the first time though. You can't do the first time again. It's special. It was special then. It's not gonna be special next time.
Well, you don't know. You don't know what they could do. You never know. Yes, of course, everything was right. Let me ask you the best question. What was your favorite WrestleMania?
I don't have numbers because I don't remember the numbers like you do.
Well, I don't remember every number. Or I can remember most. But alright, what WrestleMania main event or match could you say was the one for you, or one of the ones? Any of your favorites?
I haven't legit. You know, I've enjoyed like the Rock Austin ones and all of those, but I did love all those. But I haven't been legit on the edge of my seat since I was like a little kid. So back in the Hogan Warrior days, when you didn't really know it was fake yet, that was when I really was excited. When it was literally when it was like two meteorites hitting each other, and you just didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen.
So we're talking about. I'm gonna go. I can't remember what wrestling. I'm gonna go with WrestleMania 8. So we're talking about Hogan and Warrior for the titles.
As a kid, as an older, I appreciate more Macho Man and Dragon, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. That was a fucking wicked match, man.
That was a wicked match.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, when I watched that when I was young, I was like, I didn't really understand it. Like, I was thinking, this guy's just getting his ass beat by Macho. Do you know what I mean? But it's bad because I knew Ricky the Steamboat from the old WCW shows I used to watch when I was younger. Like, him in a feud with the Dangerous Alliance and shit. Rick Rude fucking up his face on the concrete. That was bad. But what I mean by, when you go back to your point, the whole point of this was your point when you said, oh, nothing is as good as the first. Dude, I've seen a lot of WrestleManias better than the first one. I've seen a lot of SummerSlams better than the first one.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
It's about the magic of that first moment, isn't it? That's the thing. It's like, that's different nostalgia. Clouds.
Of course.
Everything.
Of course, but there might be more to play with by the time if they decide to do it All In 2. There might be more people that will leave. Do you know what I mean? We might get Neville this time. You never know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You never know. That'd be cool, exactly. Do you know what I mean? We might get more New Japan talent that didn't come on this show. Anything can happen.
Less Ring of Honor talent.
All In 2, if it happens. I'm down, man.
Less Ring of Honor talent, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
No more Bubba Ray.
Hopefully
Fuck Bubba Ray. Bubba's got a fucking goal, man. I hate Bubba Ray. And Moose, you can fuck off as well.
Oh my goodness, Bubba Ray. Oh, I've let that go. Dude, one more thing. I've been seeing some images around. I don't know if it's just an image, but someone's been floating a Hall of Fame inductee RVD around. I don't know if that meant to mean anything. What's your opinion on that? I know it's just the image, but some of these Hall of Fame images do fly out early, and we're only and we're coming into October soon.
I'd be surprised if that happens. I'd be surprised if that happens in while McMahon's still kind of calling the shots. One day I definitely see Van Dam being in there because he was the ECW for a while, so he has to kind of rep that part of wrestling.
Well, I guess so. Like I don't really see a problem on RVD being in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Well, like, Vince is there because he's a big pothead, isn't it? And Vince has got an issue with all that shit. He's old school like that.
Well, when they fucking signed Matt Riddle.
Yeah, that's why everyone's surprised, but that's all Triple H, though, isn't it?
Regardless if it's Triple H, it could be Triple H's idea to induct RVD if that happens. You never know. Do you know what I mean? Hell, we never thought we'd see fucking I know it's a completely different situation. Never thought we'd see Brett in there. The amount of hatred that Vince and Brett had. Who knows?
It's Owen, the one that we probably will never see.
We'll never see Owen. Bulldog, I'm still hung up by that though. I don't get it. I know his wife has worked with the WWE like after his death, like on obviously all videos and that talking about SummerSlam '92, and obviously worked on the Hot anthology DVDs and stuff. But I'm just a bit like, I wonder why, or maybe that's down to WWE not wanting to put Bulldog in it. I don't get it. If not, just if they can't induct them singly, can't they not induct the Hart Foundation?
I know.
That would be a win,
it?
but I don't know. I guess they still have to get clearance from Martha for Owen to get in.
Yeah, she says, isn't it? But she says she'll never let him.
Yeah, and Pillman. What with Pillman? Flying Brian was good in the 80s, man. I've seen tapes. In the early 90s too. Hollywood Blonde with Austin as well was good. I watched some promo with Flair to the Gold the other day.
Stunning Steve Austin.
Yeah. You don't want to see Pillman?
You know what I'm saying? Stunning Steve Austin. That shit was funny, man. Looking back at that.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, man, how can they find you? They need to check out what you've been doing and your videos and all of that.
Yes, I'm back on YouTube, guys, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel and the video. I'm sounding like I'm fucking on the end of my video, dude. Anyways, Ryan is War on Instagram, Ryan Williams on YouTube, or just search Ryan is War. And tweet me at RJ Wills on Twitter. Ask us questions on here and on the Ryan is War show. Ederiece, how about you, bro? Where can they find you?
Nowhere. Can't find me anywhere. I'm going into hiding.
In oblivion.
Check out WrestlingRuckus on Insta, First Take on YouTube, and the WrestlingRuckus on YouTube, and all of that. So, guys, another week. Later.
Sayonara.